Hey guys, Ryan here for Squadron Reviews, and I'm joined on Skype by
Gamertakes.
And today we're probably doing our biggest Squadron Reviews podcast yet. We've got a large list of topics. You know, this is basically, we'll just do it, I guess we're laughing because this is what we do every time before a video. We take forever to record videos sometimes because we just start laughing about the stupidest things. But, okay. So, the first topic is one that I think a lot of you would want to hear our opinions on, and that is our thoughts on an open-world Star Wars game. That's kind of the title of the video, so what are your thoughts on it? You start.
Okay, well, they have said that the writer for the Uncharted games, Amy Hennig, is supposed to be making them.
The writer?
Like, yeah, the writer.
Sound like Raider.
Yeah, and I would think that would be really cool, because I loved all the Uncharted games.
Yeah, like, I just really want this to happen. I actually, you can call me an idiot and all, but when I heard about Star Wars Battlefront and I heard how excited you and a few of our other friends were about it, I actually thought it was a Star Wars open world game, but then I looked into it more and I'm like, oh.
Well, you know that this new one is supposed to be partially being made by EA, so.
And that's where we'll get to in a second, but I think the concept of the game is excellent.
See, I hope it's gonna be like No Man's Sky in a way.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Like, just when I heard about No Man's Sky, I'm like, okay, let's just get that and make it Star Wars themed. And imagine like all the planets you could discover.
Yeah.
What if they actually what they could do, and that would be really crazy, is if like they did like No Man's Sky where they had like how many planets does that game have?
I don't know. It's just
got tons. Imagine if they had spoilers for Star Wars 8 and 9. Or I don't know if 8. Well, I don't know if they had, say it was released before 8 and 9. Imagine if they had spoilers for 8 and 9 hidden in the game, and like just like the rarest person would find. But
there would be cool planets to explore, like Coruscant from the prequels. Tatooine would be kind of cool and stuff. I like Jakku would be pretty cool.
Yeah, you know we don't know much about Jakku, but Jakku is pretty cool, so that would be cool to explore.
Yeah.
One of my favorites is Endor.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Okay.
But okay, so basically what I wanted to also get to is we mentioned this earlier. What are your thoughts on EA? Electronic Arts. Electronic Farts. Making this game, and nobody likes EA. So your thoughts, go.
Okay, well, they seem to like to make a game, show everyone what it looks like, and get everyone excited for it, and then they cut it in half and sell each of them for the full price of a game. So, it seems like if they're making this one, they're gonna, like, say it is like No Man's Sky, they're gonna, like, cut out half the game and sell it to you for, like, $80.
Like, yeah, that's just what I hate in general about games, is this microtransactions things. Like, we've got one of my favorite game companies of all time, Nintendo. They do it so well. They've done such a good job with the DLC. Some of it's free, comes in free updates. Pretty major DLC with Splatoon, and then the Mario Kart and Smash Bros. Ones were handled so well, and they're so popular. Yet these other companies, these companies like EA, are not doing this microtransactions well at all.
Well, I know there was no story mode at all in the new Star Wars Battlefront, which I thought was stupid because they had it in the other two. Apparently the first one wasn't the best, but 2 was really good. Well, this one is supposed to be a well-detailed story mode.
But like, yeah, it's like, what? They, it's $100 the game or something like that?
It was...
From the Francis Rage, that's all I know.
Well, I got the, actual higher up copy.
Yeah, like...
Deluxe edition.
Like, I hate that stuff. I don't want them to do every problem with the gaming industry in one game. Let's make a game that's only a quarter of the actual game. Let's sell it for $90. Let's sell you the deluxe edition that only makes the game worse, and then you have to pay $100 next year for it. Like that. That'll be stupid.
Also, another thing I'm wondering about for the open world game or whatever it is, I would be wondering if it, like, where it takes place in the Star Wars timeline, would it be its own thing? Like, would you be taking place, maybe be Luke, Rey, I don't know. I've been wondering that most of it.
Yeah, well, I'm curious. I really am curious to see what they do with it. What if EA, you never know that if EA will like pick up their game or not. I don't know. I don't know what to think.
I'm hoping that this game is gonna be good. It seems like a really cool idea, especially if it would be something like No Man's Sky. We can just fly around everywhere. I think that'd be amazing.
Yeah. Alright, so the next thing, let's continue on our Star Wars topic for a bit. Star Wars VIII has been postponed. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, obviously it was April, I think, when it was supposed to be.
Well, it was all over the board. I think it was May, wasn't it?
Okay, well, and now it's December, right?
Yeah.
Well, it isn't that much of a difference, and as long as they're going to be making it really good, and also they can, it could just be, like, a specific time for all of them now. Like, 9 could also be in the December in, like, 2019.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, it's not too much of a difference, so it's not really bothering me.
Like...
If they're going to improve it, I don't mind much if it's just a small delay.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said there. Actually, I'm a little bit happy about the delay in a sense. Like, at first, when I first heard it's coming in 2017, I'm like, I don't want Rogue One. I want Star Wars VIII. I want to see what happens. I want to know what happens in the movie. But now thinking about it, it's kind of a good thing, because I said to you yesterday, I think it was actually, that I'm scared that that Disney's going to make it so it's not special anymore, like they did for Marvel and stuff like that. Like, I was never the biggest fan of Marvel, but they kind of really ruined it for me. Like, I don't want them to, like, just milk it too much. Like, Star Wars was something special. It was, like, the first Star Wars movie in, like, 16 years. And that was pretty awesome. I just don't want them to keep making them back to back to back to back. So it would only be, like, I don't even know if it would be half a year since Rogue One was released. So,
okay, I think Rogue One will be cool.
Yeah,
I think that's a great idea.
Like,
to show in between 3 and 4.
Yeah, like, obviously it's like not like my favorite idea in the world. Like, I just want Star Wars VIII, but
yeah, but I don't like how they're doing a lot of spin-offs. I don't want a Han Solo movie.
I know
I think they're a little weird.
You really don't want that Han Solo movie. I also, well, the thing that makes me mad about the Han Solo movie, Han Solo is my favorite character. I think I even said in a previous video actually that the Han Solo movie is one of my most anticipated movies, but I'm really scared for who they cast to be Han Solo. Like, have you heard some of the awful rumors? Robert Pattinson?
Yeah.
Robert Pattinson. No. Chris Pratt? No. I want some, like, I hate it when these movies come out. Star Wars 7 did this so well. What they did was they got these new actors, a lot of them nobody had heard of really before. And they were fantastic. We're talking Daisy Ridley, John Boyega, Oscar Isaac, Adam Driver. All of them, they did such a good job in the movie.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't rely on, like, name recognition to sell the movie, because it was going to be huge, the movie. They didn't need all that. And they got some of the best acting of the year. But I'm really scared they're going to put on somebody, especially, like, Robert Pattinson is hopefully out of it. But Chris Pratt, he's been in, like, so many movies. Like, he's, like, the face of a lot of franchises now. You're going to start to recognize him. I don't want him to be the new face of Han Solo. I want to have somebody who looks more like Han Solo, and I want to have somebody who's new and can be recognized as Han Solo.
Well, what I don't really get is they have basically in Star Wars 4, A New Hope. I know you don't like that name, but they
Star Wars.
He would have been like his 20s in that movie, because Leia would have been 17, because it's based on 17 years after number 3.
Yeah.
And that's when they were just born. So she's gonna be like 17 at the time. Harrison Ford was 34 at the time they made the movie. I'm gonna take a guess he'd be in his 20s or something, like based on in the movie.
Yeah.
If they're gonna make a movie about his origin, he's gotta be pretty young for that movie.
Is it gonna be about his origin, or is it gonna be after the movie?
I think it was supposed to be his origin.
Okay, well, actually, don't you remember his origin in the what was it? The Lego Star Wars movie thing, the 30-minute thing that we watched?
I don't know.
Do you remember when he took like a tour of some Jedi place and he's like, "What's your name, kid?" My name is Han Solo. It was like the dumbest movie I'd ever seen. It was like 20 minutes long. Your mom rented it actually when we were younger, and it was at that, I don't know, and it was just so funny, man.
Well, if it was based on after 6 but before 7, you still kind of need it to be Harrison Ford. Because if he looks so similar from number 6 to 7, it would be kind of messed up if they got a whole new actor to play him in between.
Yeah, but it's a.
I think they need to get the only way it's gonna work for that, it needs to be an origin. But I think if they're making something like this for Han Solo, they really can't mess anything up.
Yeah, and I think they might. I'm a little scared for that one, but I'm not. I'm not like you. I would like that kind of movie. Han Solo, he's probably my favorite Star Wars character ever. He's like your favorite character is Luke. Mine's probably Han Solo, and I really want them to do well with Han Solo. He's such an awesome guy, likable, funny. If they need an actor who can really portray what made Han Solo great in the original trilogy.
Well, I don't want them to make any more after 9.
Yeah.
I think 9 should be the end. I love Star Wars. It's like one of my favorite series for movies ever.
Oh, you love the movie Star Wars?
The entire series.
But but you love the movie that's called Star Wars and not A New Hope.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah, him and I argue about that. I think it's just called Star Wars, not A New Hope. I'm always gonna call it Star Wars.
Okay, but if they just keep making more after 9, it seems like it's not gonna be as special anymore.
Yeah, I don't want, or they can wait like 20 years. When I have kids, that'll be great if I can show them all 6 Star Wars movies. So we're talking all 6 that would be released by then. So we're talking 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All 6 Star Wars movies. Actually, 5 because we can skip 6. But
okay, because by that time there's not gonna be any such thing as the prequels anymore.
Yeah, prequels are gonna be obliterated. Like a lot of people want Disney to remake them. Should Disney remake them? This is a little question. You don't think so?
I don't want them to reboot anything.
I know, but what if they redid the origin story? Like we're talking, cut out everything, retold the true story of Darth Vader.
I guess I'd have to buy a new saga on Blu-ray then.
like legitimately though, we could have Darth Maul as like the main villain.
That would be cool.
I wanted that in the first movie. I wanted Darth Maul to have. I didn't want the Emperor of the Trade Federation. I wanted Darth Maul.
But he was a lot better than Count Dooku.
Count Dooku sucked, but we hardly got any Darth Maul. He was like in 2 scenes and he died. And he got the awesome fight scene. But imagine if he like tried to take Naboo for himself.
Yeah.
In the cartoon, I didn't watch the cartoon, but I've read up on it. Darth Maul, he tries to take down Darth Sidious or Palpatine, or what is his name, like Sheev or something, Palpatine?
I don't know.
All right, moving on. So, obviously, I mentioned this earlier, but like the Oscars nominations were announced, and we're talking about Star Wars still. No Force Awakens nominated for hardly anything important.
That sucks.
Like,
I loved it.
I've seen, I don't know, you've seen Mad Max Fury Road. Can you tell me, what's better, Force Awakens or Mad Max Fury Road?
I'm going to go with Force Awakens, because, well, Mad Max, it had so much action through the entire movie, but it had, like, no story at all.
Like, people argue, oh, it has a little nice meaning, it has, yeah, it's a good movie. Like, I haven't seen it yet, but I can understand it's a good movie, but I haven't seen it, I'm not going to make a judgment, but I just don't think it's better than The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Like,
I find that Force Awakens did copy a lot of stuff from the original trilogy, but that didn't happen to bother me at all. I find that the only thing that bothered me a little bit is that I thought Starkiller Base was awesome, but it's still the Death Star doesn't seem nearly as cool as it used to.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's a little bit old now.
Yeah.
It seems stupid how they needed to have a 3rd Death Star.
Yeah, and what I'm also wondering is that if they made something as big as Starkiller Base, what are they going to put in number 9? Because they're going to have to top that.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they do something like, oh my god, I could have never thought of that, something awesome.
Well, they could make like 3/4 of Starkiller Base like they did with the Death Star in number 6.
That would be stupid. Oh my god, giant Snoke head floating in space. There's the answer, right there. But, I saw a lot of the Oscar-nominated movies. Well, I saw like 3 or 4 of them. I saw The Martian. Wasn't as good as Star Wars. It was better than Gravity.
Oh, Gravity sucks.
Yeah, well, we don't like Gravity here. Some people like Gravity. That's okay. People say it's a great movie, but we hate it.
Yes.
I saw Bridge of Spies. Wasn't that great? It was good, but it wasn't great. And I saw The Revenant, which I'm kind of happy Leonardo DiCaprio's gonna get an Oscar for that. Great movie, but I don't know if I liked it more than The Force Awakens.
Force Awakens is definitely one of my favorites of 2015.
Yeah, it's probably my favorite 2015 easily.
It was a great movie.
Daisy Ridley not nominated for Best Actress. Not a lot of people talked about this. Like, why not?
I don't know. In my opinion, she did a great job.
Like everyone, a lot of people think that. They say Daisy Ridley stole the show. And I don't know, like, I just felt they were, like, going out of the way to not nominate Star Wars for anything.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way Inside Out was a better original screenplay than Force Awakens. That was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
But
I've never seen Inside Out, and I don't really plan on it either.
Like, it was good for that kind of movie, but those kind of movies don't really resonate with me as much as freaking Star Wars. And you've seen it now 3 times, right?
Yeah, in theaters, yeah.
In theaters only?
Yeah.
3?
Yes.
Like, I saw it 2 times in, like, the same week, but I haven't seen it since.
Yeah. I saw it one time, like, I think it was 2 days after it came out. And then
we saw it on the same day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. And then I saw it the second time, like, a few weeks later on one of the Fridays, and I saw it the third time literally the day after.
Like, the next day?
Yeah, I love that movie.
It was just... I'm so excited to buy it on DVD.
I want them. I'm gonna get Blu-ray.
Okay. Yeah, I'm getting Blu-ray too. I'm kidding.
One person I wish they used more was Oscar Isaac. He was in the movie from time to time, but he didn't really seem to have any huge areas.
Yeah, he's like the third wheel. Like, he's like the Han Solo almost.
Yeah.
I guess that means Finn is Leia?
Probably.
I still don't get, is Finn Force sensitive or not?
No, he doesn't seem like it.
Because he uses the lightsaber.
Yeah.
That's weird. Not a lot of people who...
Well, when Rey first touched the lightsaber, she had that whole Force vision and stuff. Finn never had anything like that. I don't know if you're supposed to have that certain vision every time you see that you touch that lightsaber or not.
Maybe it's like, but maybe it's like, maybe she's so powerful with the Force, or actually no, she has so many midichlorians.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, midichlorians are everywhere. Don't doubt them. Would you rather have a Star Wars movie with midichlorians in it, or a Star Wars movie with Jar Jar Binks in it?
That's a hard one because they're both terrible. Jar Jar Binks was super annoying, and midichlorians just ruined a giant chunk of Star Wars.
If you had to pick.
I don't... maybe they could have, like, a scene where Jar Jar Binks dies.
Yeah. Or what if there's a scene where somebody says midichlorians are fake? That would be good, too.
Yes.
So,
That means someone would have had to have tricked Yoda, Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan, all the Jedis.
Would you rather there be a re-release, basically, of The Phantom Menace and you had to go see it with me in theaters, or Attack of the Clones?
Okay, Attack of the Clones just sucked. The only thing I liked about it was I thought the battle at the end when it was all the Jedi stuff, I thought that was kind of cool.
But the CG in that movie was amazing. Oh my god, it blew me away. I love that movie. So entertaining.
Okay.
The love parts were the best. Yeah. I'd rather it be The Phantom Menace because we could laugh during it. Remember?
Darth Maul's the only good thing about it.
Remember earlier Zabalba?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, we don't like those movies. Alright, so, what are your thoughts on, this is off Star Wars now, the virtual reality, so like the Samsung Gear, I think it is, Gear VR, Oculus Rift, all that stuff. What are your thoughts on that?
Okay, well, first of all, there's the PlayStation VR.
I missed that one.
Well, I think that's gonna be super cool.
Like, are you supporting this whole virtual reality thing? Do you think it's the future of gaming?
I don't want it to be like a thing where like everyone uses virtual reality for everything. I think it should just stay kind of how it is now.
Yeah, like
certain things.
Like, I'm genuinely nervous right now about what they're gonna do with that. I don't want it to take over gaming.
Yeah.
If it's not broken, you don't have to fix it. Like, it's really cool. It's something people predicted for years. Like, it's something that people have predicted would be a big thing in the future. Virtual reality.
Well, okay, I think it'd be really cool, but just as sort of a side thing. Like, yeah, I don't want it to get in the way of anything. I don't think it should be for every game. Certain games would be really cool. And also, there's talk about it being on Star Wars Battlefront.
See, Star Wars, that would be freaking awesome. Imagine, we mentioned earlier, the open world Star Wars game.
Yeah.
With Oculus Rift, imagine. Oh.
Yeah.
Holy crap, man.
Sky.
No Man's Sky. Oh, man. Oh, what if Nintendo got on board with that?
That would be pretty cool.
What could we get? Mario Kart. Although the Mario Kart 7 was terrible. Remember you could get wheels for your 3DS?
Yes.
Were those the dark days?
Okay, so there's the PlayStation VR, which it's apparently supposed to be around the same price as an average console, so around maybe like $400.
That's crazy.
Well, and then there's the Oculus Rift, which is now $600.
That's the one that bothers me. How much is the Gear VR?
I'm not sure.
I think it's the cheapest one.
I'm not sure. I haven't really seen anything about that, actually. Most stuff, I've seen some videos and everything about it. I don't know much about that. That's actually one I know the least about.
But I'm excited to get scared for this upcoming wave of virtual reality. I don't want it to take over gaming, but there's going to be some cool stuff.
Yeah.
There's going to be cool stuff. Now, some of my viewers might have heard of this, but I don't know if you have. There's a roller coaster at Alton Towers, Air, he used to be called. It's now being transformed to Galactica. There's now going to be virtual reality helmets on it.
That's pretty cool.
So, like, you feel like, and it's a flying coaster, so you're facing towards the ground. You feel like you're flying through space. That is freaking awesome.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see what other uses virtual reality will have in our world too. Like, not just gaming or roller coasters. What else could it be used for?
I don't know. I've mostly just been seeing gaming.
I've heard a lot of people talk about driving simulators and flight simulators.
Those would be really cool.
I guess that's kind of related to gaming if you view it that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really excited to see where they take the virtual reality. I wonder. I'm considering getting a Gear VR because it looks pretty cool.
Interesting. I'm probably gonna be going to the PlayStation VR.
Yeah.
And okay, I think it's pretty cool that it's like what, $200, probably about $200 cheaper than the Oculus Rift. And I think the PlayStation VR looks pretty cool. I don't know how it'll actually feel when you're wearing it. So what I've seen, it looks like it will fit pretty well. And I haven't seen too many games that it'll work with. Some of them do look really cool though.
All right. Okay, so next thing, what are your thoughts on FNAF and FNAF World?
Just FNAF in general and then FNAF World?
Yeah, so I got this question. Well, just what are my thoughts on FNAF was actually a question on my first video from Craig Zorzi, and I decided to make that into a topic considering FNAF World is coming out this weekend.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's 2 reviews I have to make this weekend. I gotta make that and Mario and Luigi Paper Jam, and they're both RPGs. Like...
Okay, well, FNAF in general, I always thought they were really cool, but I didn't fully get into them until around the time 4 came out.
Yeah.
No, my least favorite's 2.
Oh, I hate 2.
My favorite's actually 3.
That's my favorite.
Okay, and...
You knew that.
I really enjoyed that one.
And 1. I love 1. 1's the only one that scared me.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I suck at number 4. I've beaten 1, I've beaten 3. Oh, no, I've almost beaten 3. Number 2, I'm like halfway through it or something. And then 4, I can't get past the second night.
You gotta listen to the audio cues, man.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at 4. I beat it. Everything on it.
Well, lucky you.
100%. Winner, chicken dinner.
Okay.
But one thing I don't like about FNAF is its fans. Remember those comments I showed you from the Five Nights at Freddy's 4 Steam page?
Yeah, I think so.
Like, I'm just not a fan of both Five Nights at Freddy's big fans. Like, I'm a big fan of it, but, like, I'm not really a fan of the huge fans of Five Nights at Freddy's or the big haters of it. I feel people need to chill out about it. Like, God, like, there's two sides of the spectrum. There's that creepy fan art. Why does Toy Cheek have to be made hot? God, it's nasty. And then you've got like the 10-year-old kids who don't grammar properly. And I'm not saying 10-year-old kids are immature. It's just, I know, it was a game originally intended for older audiences. It's a horror game. It's got a dark story with all these young kids playing it. And I have no problem with young kids playing it. It's just, you know, it's a little weird. But I also hate those people who like hate on it and hate on Scott himself just because of its fans. Like, he didn't intend on it being this big, huge thing that's been over abused by YouTubers. No, he wanted to make a good, fun game, and it was his last chance at making a game. And I really think that was great of him. I really respect him for that. He made they weren't the biggest games, and it did annoy me how he released them like so quickly after each other.
Yeah.
Like, he released them in succession. He's like bang, 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 bang. Like, it's like 3 months between each one or something.
It was four was like what, 5 or something months early?
Yeah.
It was like November, I think.
October 31st, Halloween.
Yeah.
So
that's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, but then he did the Halloween update, and people got mad about that. So Five Nights at Freddy's World is gonna be released this weekend, I believe.
See, I haven't seen like anything about it. I don't even know really what it's about.
So it's boy, it's an RPG. So where you play as the Five Nights at Freddy's characters. And I guess they're supposed to be cute now. It's a little bit hard to swallow, but I love RPGs, and I love goofy RPGs. Like, hell, if I didn't love goofy RPGs, I wouldn't be picking up Mario and Luigi Paper Jam tomorrow. And I've got a review. Like, it was crazy. Like, I came up to you, I think it was last month, maybe, and I said, when we were coming up with this new channel, I said, well, the two games I'm planning on reviewing are Mario and Luigi Paper Jam at the end of January, and then Five Nights at Freddy's World sometime. I think it's coming out around February. I think that's what it was said to come out around. Well, now they're coming out in the same weekend. So I'll be writing reviews back to back. And then I also was planning on when we get off school for the semester break, I was planning on doing a top 10 Mario RPGs. So I've got a busy time, and also we got to record another podcast this weekend, maybe.
Yeah. Well, okay. What's your opinion on the Boogeyman game? The spin-off of FNAF or whatever.
Yeah, so I heard about that. I've heard it's not a spin-off. It's a fan game, right?
Yeah.
It's cool how they're making like a fan game that's like legitimately fairly unique.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool to me. I've only seen maybe like 2 videos on it, but it seems pretty cool.
Like, there's pretty good Five Nights at Freddy's fan games, to be fair, though, that already exist. Like Five Nights at Freddy's Five Nights at Treasures Island is pretty cool. Five Nights at the Krusty Krab, that's a real thing.
I did not know that.
And then there's a sequel, Five Nights at the Chum Bucket.
Oh my god. That's I don't actually want to know what that is.
Five Nights at the Chum Bucket.
Okay.
Alright, so one final thing I wanted to talk about, I guess. If you have any more topics, I guess we can discuss. Is, I told you about this. You don't really watch I Hate Everything, but his channel got taken down. And it's now up again.
Oh, okay.
But it just really shows, like, YouTube's kind of a silly website, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, I don't like it how things get taken down for the stupidest reasons. Like, some of my videos on Canada Coaster Fan got taken down. 3 of them, and I got striked. Did I tell you about that?
No, you didn't.
I didn't? Sorry, I thought you were disconnecting there or something. But no, I got a copyright. It's not a copyright strike. It was a community guideline strike, and I'm guessing it was for putting extra tags in the description. I guess they don't like that. But I Hate Everything didn't do that, and it was one of his videos was taken down for community guidelines reasons. It was.
See, I haven't even really seen much of him. I know you showed me some of him, and he seems pretty funny.
The console wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he uploaded to Jar Media, which is I'll talk about in a second, that he got his channel taken down. He got it back up shortly. But do you see Boogie2988 made a video about it?
I don't think
It was a Francis rage. Francis
no,
hates YouTube.
Oh no, I just started that. I didn't actually see any of it really.
Yeah, he talks about I Hate Everything. Like, the video was made for I Hate Everything. Like, Boogie even tweeted him. But yeah, and he uploaded it to Jar Media, which is I Hate Everything's group account, which is sort of the inspiration for the podcast, because they started doing the podcasts recently, and that was kind of what inspired me to do these, because we got kind of a similar format going on to them.
Yeah.
And we're going to try to spice it up a bit over the next while. We're probably going to add segments, special episodes, stuff like that. But yeah. So anything else come up for you? Any other topics we could discuss?
Not many. I guess we have already discussed on a previous podcast who General Snoke could be. Supreme Leader Snoke.
Supreme Leader Snoke. Remember when we were when we were getting pizza and we started looking up the dumbest theories? Jabba the Hutt.
Yes, I don't know how someone would come up with that.
Oh, I think my favorite was Boba Fett. That was just perfect. Boba.
That doesn't make any sense.
Oh yeah, because the prequels, right?
Yeah, well, I don't think Disney really wants much to do with the prequels.
Yeah. But Boba Fett, really?
Yeah. The only thing I've really seen that they mention with the prequels or whatever is, I don't remember his name, what's his name? The actor that plays Obi-Wan in the prequels, number 3.
Ewan McGregor?
Yeah, he was like speaking in the flashback in
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get ready for Hayden Christensen as Darth Vader. Oh boy, I'm excited for that. I actually like young Anakin more than Hayden Christensen Anakin.
Jake Lloyd?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you have a reason for that?
'Cause like I really don't like Hayden Christensen's Anakin.
Okay, that's just all.
Yeah.
Okay. Wasn't number 3 your least favorite of the prequels?
No. Number 3 is my favorite of the prequels.
Okay.
I just don't like it. Like, I still think it's a bad movie, in my opinion.
Well, I know you did say that it doesn't have much of a good story.
Yeah.
And I don't really like how he kind of just instantly changes to Darth Vader.
Yeah, that, like, pissed me off.
Like, he kind of turned the Emperor in to Mace Windu, and literally, like, 10 minutes later, he's cutting off Mace Windu's hand.
Yeah, it was a little ridiculous.
And I know you don't like the Darth Vader scene.
No!
Although I have said he is younger, so he might...
Like I said, but, like, you know what else I've said, too?
What?
No! That was my reaction when I saw it. Like, I legitimately, for, like, the longest time, like, I'm not even trying to be one of those biased people who hates it to be unpopular. For, like, the longest time, I used to say, oh, I still love number 3 until over Christmas when, my uncle and cousin and aunt came. We watched every Star Wars movie, and I saw number 3, and I'm like, oh yeah, I don't like this at all. But it's still the best movie of the prequels, for sure.
Yeah.
It's the tolerable prequel, as some people call it.
Well, because number 2 is just terrible.
I hate number 2, but number 1's funny bad, okay?
Yeah, cool, because there's Jar Jar Binks, but I...
Binksel! How do you do the Jar Jar? I used to be the best at Jar Jar Binks impressions, and it used to piss me off how I could do that. It's like,
okay.
Maisel step and poop or something like that. Why is he stepping poop? Looks like he's stepping in George Lucas's career.
I don't get if everybody hated him so bad. They kept him, like, he wasn't in Attack of the Clones nearly as much as the Phantom Menace, but they still had him as a big character in it.
And we gotta apologize to you, prequel fans. I know we're trashing your movies. We have prequel fans subscribe to us, and that's fine, but I really hate those movies.
Well, I liked number 3. It's not nearly...
It's about equal to number 6.
It's not even really in my top 3 yet. Yeah. I think they did a good job setting Anakin up as Darth Vader in some of them. Like, for example, on Attack of the Clones, he was talking about how, like, dictatorship would be, like, a good way to control everyone and keep everything in order.
Yeah.
And he slaughtered, like, all of those people in the village or whatever when he found out that they killed his mother, Shmi Skywalker.
You know, thinking about it, Okay, Star Wars is poetry. It rhymes. You're not replying to that, are you?
Oh my god.
Okay, but no, but
Yeah,
that.
no, I don't. No.
I know, I hate that quote too. That's why I say it so much. But that makes sense because thinking about it, the third movie in the original trilogy, number 6, is pretty similar to number 3. They're good movies with good action, but they've got so many story problems, like so many.
Yeah.
And in number 1, they're both pretty similar. Both haven't held up today, but are really fun movies. Now, one's a terrible movie, and the original one is like one of the best movies ever made, and then one in the prequels is a terrible movie in my opinion. But they still are pretty similar. And then both number 2, so 5 and 2, are both considered boring by many, but have slower pacing. But
Empire Strikes Back is like my favorite Star Wars movie.
Well, 1 is like so good, and it's just the deepest Star Wars movie. It's got a lot more to it than most Star Wars movies. Number 2 is just, oh my god, I'm gonna punch my TV.
And by 1, you were talking about A New Hope, right?
No, I was talking about Star Wars.
Yes, that one, not Phantom Menace.
Yeah, no. Well, they're both of them. Both are the same movie, really, thinking about it. One's excellent, one sucks, but they both are fun movies. Like, they're considered fun space adventures that haven't held up the best today. That's true.
Well, okay, there was 2 things about the prequels that I liked more than the original trilogy. And one is that, okay, one of these things, obviously, you wouldn't be able to do as much as in the original trilogy, because there was only technically one Jedi, because Obi-Wan died, like, halfway through the 4th one. Well, the first one in the original trilogy. But I love the lightsaber battles in the prequels. I thought those were really cool. And I also liked how they had so many new planets and everything, like Coruscant. I really like Coruscant. Yeah. And they had Naboo and everything.
Oh, well, also, 2 things that I liked more than about the prequels was the CGI and Jar Jar Binks.
Well, I can't stop talking about how much I love the midi-chlorians.
Oh, I know, man.
Yeah.
Have you what is it? There's that really good part in it. Yeah, remember that part when with the Jedi Council? That was so much fun. I was laughing. I was cheering. Yoda was so funny there.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I love that part.
Well, I know how much you love Yoda in the prequels.
Oh, I know. He's my favorite part of the prequels.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right, enough sarcasm aside. That concludes our podcast for today. This is the super episode. The longest episode we've had yet by quite a bit. And see you guys next time. Next time we'll be talking about a couple of DC movies, Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice, and then we'll also be discussing the new Suicide Squad trailer. And among things, I gotta come up with things. As usual, send your suggestions below, and see you guys later. Bye.